Check out that R6 or I don't know. Look at YZF06, YZ09. All right, guys, here y'all go. This is the bike y'all need. It's on sale at Walmart. Y'all need to get that. How I did that? You should always, when you go through intersections like that, slow up. I took my, you see how I took my hand off the gas and prepared to stop. You know, the thing about it, guys, is this. I'm getting tired of seeing my Facebook feed full of people who are, you know, that's getting these accidents. I don't know if something must be in the water this year, but it seems like there's more motorcycle accidents happening than I've ever been riding. And like I said, I don't know if it's social media is pointing it out now because everybody can post it so the whole world can see, or it's just, I just don't understand. Is it a phenomenon or something? I don't understand. You know, the thing is like, you cannot prevent every accident. You cannot prevent anything that happens because, you know, you're not God, you're not invincible, you're not a fortune teller, you can't see the future. But, I mean, there are things that you need to do. Let me emphasize, you need to do to limit the chances of you getting into an accident. Now, I know people are like, well, you don't know the situation, this could happen, that could happen. I don't know everybody's situation. Everybody's situation is different. There is times that, you know what, don't matter what you could have done, you could not avoid something. I get that. I totally understand that situation happened. But what I don't understand is there's a few things you should do, okay, to help you. First, one of the things you should do is, when you come up to, like, I'm about to make a left here. Before I make a left, you know, I slow up, I make sure there's nothing on the other side, and I turn as fast as I can just to make sure there's nobody behind me. You know, the thing is like, you have to remember that these people don't see you, and that you are the one that is going to be hurt the worst because they're in cars. So, one of the things that I do that help me prevent from getting in accidents is just like I did just before. I slow up on intersections, especially if the intersection has cars or there's going to turn left. I slow up automatically. I just don't keep driving the same speed limit I was going. I brake, you know, because the thing is this, you know, if that car would have pulled out in front of me, yeah, I might still have hit it because I might have been going a little faster. But I just greatly reduced the chances of me really getting seriously hurt by slowing down and getting ready to brake than just balls to the wall, just going and thinking that person sees me. Because that person does see you, but he does. A lot of times these guys or these people in cars can't judge how fast you're going. And especially if you're going way above the speed limit, they really can't tell how fast you're going. So, you know, you have to take consideration when you come to any kind of stop sign, stop light, or anything like that, because these people will turn out in front of you. Always remember, ride like they're going to turn out in front of you. You know, that's just one of the biggest things you should remember at all times. You know, that's one of the things that I do. And even not even on like lights or four-ways or something, even in driveways, I slow down. If I'm coming up, and say for instance, I'm coming up to a road and I see a car about to turn left or right, I automatically slow up. I slow the hell down because I want to make sure that if they pull out, I have enough room to maneuver or to stop. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, I haven't really had people pull out in front of me because when I slow up, and they can now judge, they can better judge my speed when I slow up, and they're like, okay, you know what, I see how fast he's going now. It gives them more time to react. Another thing too, another point, I should say, is when you come to a light like this, right? And you're coming up, you're stopping normally, you know, you're just minding your business, whatever. Before you come to a complete stop, look in your mirror. Look in your mirror. Make sure there's not a car coming. Make sure it's not a car that you can judge by looking in the mirror how fast he's going, because, you know, it's your responsibility to make sure that, you know, you take care of yourself, but you also got to look at everybody else around. So you look in the mirror to make sure that there's no car that's coming and don't pay attention and run the back behind you. Because if you see it and a car's about to run behind you, you have enough time just to jump off the bike. You know, if my bike, I'll tell you this, if a car came and I look down and see a car not stopping, I'm jumping off my bike. You know, if it hits the ground, it hits the ground. I'd rather hit the ground and that person hit my bike than not hit the ground and just keep on there so I could be part of the accident and they can hit me too. You know, guys, you just got to be careful on that. You got to watch. Make sure every time you stop somewhere that you look in your mirror and make sure, you know, because where I live, you have to, like, where I live is that there's a corner and in my street, and I make sure that I look in my mirror before I turn to make sure that no one just creeps behind me. Because if he does keep going and he's not gonna stop, that gives me time to do two things. One, either gun it and take the hell off, or B, get off the damn bike, let him run over it. I'm safe, even though the bike will be probably totaled and messed up. But you know what? I'd rather save my life, to be honest with you. You know, so, I mean, just little things like that can make a difference between life and death. And they're so simple. They're so simple. You know, the thing is, I feel like a lot of people, when they start riding their motorcycles, they feel invincible. They feel like everybody's supposed to know that they're there. They're supposed to know the laws, and everybody should know motorcycle laws and how fast they're going. And that if they're speeding, that they take precedence over everything. And, you know, no, that's not how it works. Because at the end of the day, the car wins or the truck wins. You know, so you just got to remember that, guys. Another thing, too, is when you come to an intersection, okay, and you stop and your light goes green, always wait about 2 to 3 seconds before you pull off. Wait until either two things: either you see all the cars and all in the section have stopped and you're clear to go, or if you don't see like if you only see a couple of cars but the lanes that they can go straight, just slow up, just stop. Don't wait about a good 3-4 seconds until you can make sure that you can go, because it only takes that one car that runs a yellow light that turns into red and you pull out and bam, you get hit. You know, you're the one who gets hit and creamed because this car trying to beat a red light or a yellow light, and he's probably going twice the speed limit, and you get hit. You know, even though you have the right of way to go, that still doesn't matter. You know, you gotta wait a few seconds. What is just a few seconds to wait to cross the intersection safely than you to gun it and get out as fast as you can? Life is not a race. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to ride these bikes 24/7 like it's, you know, like you gotta race every time. You know, don't get me wrong, I cannot be a hypocrite. I've done the same thing. I will get out there and hit it and run and blah blah blah. But you know what? I've learned that it doesn't matter. You know, at times, yeah, it might feel good, but just do it safely. Do it somewhere, you know, if you want to take off at a light, make sure that everything's empty and you have the opportunity. See, now look at this. See, this guy, I'm waiting, you know, I slow up a little bit. You know, I'm just chilling. Because like I said, some people, how they ride, they're racing to death. That's what's happening. They're racing to die because they are just out of control. You know, it's just, guys, it's just my personal opinion, because I'm just tired. I am sick and tired of seeing these people get hurt and dying and going to hospital for things they could have prevented. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said before I started this, you cannot stop everything. You cannot, I mean, things is going to happen that's out of your control. But the things that you can control, make sure that you can, you know, you do what you need to do. Because things change now, you know. You just got to be careful out here on these streets and on these roads and everything like that. Because this is not no game, it's not no joke. You know, I mean, I'm not being hypocritical because, you know, there's things I do wrong. Like right now, you know, I don't have any gear on. I just got some pants and a white beater. You know, it's hot outside, and, you know, like I say, only time I do this is if I'm in my area, riding back roads, nice, whatever. Even though something can happen, I'm taking that chance, but I'm still riding carefully. And, you know, it's just, guys, you got to get out there, ride your ride, but ride your ride safe. You don't have to ride your ride crazy, you know, and guys, I mean, I'm just tired, y'all. I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing all this pain and suffering from everybody. You have to minimize the chances of you getting an accident by just doing a few things. Like, look at this car right here. See, I slowed up. I'm slowing up. I'm not, see, if I'd been going like target speed limit, that car could have pulled out. I could have hit it. You know, it's just, you know, you just gotta be able to do that. And there's another thing too that I was thinking. There's this movie, I gotta find it, and hopefully I can find it and post what you know, what they were doing in this movie. But this movie was about a bike courier. And I gotta find it. But one of the things I saw about the movie that I really liked was he was a bicyclist, you know, riding his bike. But, you know, the thing is like, there was one part of the movie where he's riding his bicycle and a car cuts off in front of him. Now, in the movie, it stops and it shows the different paths he could have took and what would have happened in those different paths. I think like one was when the car turned in front of him, he went over here, you know, and then like ran head on into a ran head on into a car, and you can just see him flip over the car and, you know, get hurt. And there's another one where he hits the car and flips over the car and he gets hurt. So
have to focus, because at any given time there's 100 different things coming at you that you have to make sure you don't hit. You have to trust your instincts too, though, and analyze it real quick and go.
The thing is like, when I ride, and I try to predict what somebody's gonna do. If somebody does this certain action, I have a way of knowing what I'm going to do. You know? So, and I predict which way I'm gonna go to either A, get me out of the jam, or B, it's gonna hurt less than anything, and than any of the other things that could happen. So I have to find that movie, but that's how I kind of ride. Where like that car right there, you know, I'm slowing up to make sure, you know, see me, it's good, you know. Sometimes it's good to even make eye contact. Sometimes I make eye contact with the person, so they know they see me and I see them, and it makes them more aware. Also, another thing too is you should look at a car's wheels too. You should see if their wheels are starting to turn. When they start turning their wheels to make a left or whatever in front of you or whatever, look at their wheels, because their wheels are a good indication if they're gonna go or not. You know what I'm saying? Like if a car is gonna go turn left in front of you, his wheels are gonna be straight and he's probably gonna wait. But if you start seeing that car turn his wheels, then you might want to slow down, because that car most likely is going to try to pull out in front of you if he's already turning his wheels, because that's a great indication. See, look how I slow up, make sure he sees me, I see him, good. But you know guys, that's just a little short video. I don't know how long it'll be, but you know, I'm just glad to be able to kind of get that out and talk to y'all about it, stuff like that. Hopefully what I tell y'all will help you prevent any other accidents, or at least lessens you know, the chance of you getting hurt. So guys, you know, with that, I'm gonna head on out of here. I will holler at y'all later. Peace.